Hi there, welcome back to the channel. So yesterday I came here to lay down all my vocals. I was going to make a video and everything, but the camera did something crazy and the entire video was out of focus. So I thought it was just too annoying to watch. So it was like blurry. It looked like a impressionistic painting or something. So anyway, that was that. But it was a productive evening, and just now as I walked in I fixed one little thing that I heard that wasn't quite right, but I'm pretty happy about this. And now I feel like the only thing the song needs is one more guitar part, and it's not so much a lot of leads or anything, because I right now I'm gonna try it again before I do it tomorrow, but I'm not hearing it like a major solo part, just because of the arrangement of the tune. And I don't want to step on how cool the rhythm ended up sounding, like on the part where it goes, I'm your man. That whole section right there, it has this, I'm playing these like seventh chords, and it just sounds cool, and I don't know what I don't want to mess that up. And then there's not really space, so the only thing I was hearing was some extra like doubled chords on the chorus, and like maybe some whammy bar stuff to play with the oscillation of the man. So I was thinking of doing that. So on this vocal, what I did is I did the same vocal preset, the effect of mic number 00. And it has an edit screen, so you can go in and do stuff with it. I've never messed with it, but you could adjust it to your desires. I like this one because it doesn't leave this sort of tin can tone that some of them leave, where there's just too much compression. So that would work if you had a very, very quiet room, but this room is obviously not quiet at all, and so I try to get something a little drier so it doesn't pick up so much of this room tone, and get a weird tone that later you can't fix. There's nothing, like, unless you really know what you're doing, it's hard to dial out that room tone type of problem. Okay, so I recorded the original vocal that you heard the other night, and I doubled it in the computer, meaning that all I did was I cut it off at 20 hertz, the filter, the high pass filter. I went through on the gaps, where I'm standing here and there's no singing, but you can hear the headphone bleed. I silence all those gaps. And what else do I do? These, on this one, on the main vocal, I brought down by 2.5 dB all the those outbursts, on the chorus, because they're a little punchy, and I don't want to. I was working on trying to like I learned from Catherine Grimm, my vocal teacher. I think I called her Catherine Jackson the other day, but Catherine Grimm taught me how to come in on a note, and it's instead of to avoid that like harsh come in, you want to come in like instead there's a difference between that and the and so I may have accomplished that somewhat, but none of it's bothering me, so let's put it that way. But one of the things I was trying to avoid, and most singers want to avoid, that sort of abrupt come on at the beginning of the note. And then of course you always want to finish everything wonderfully too. Alright, so the main vocal is good, and I doubled it just by copying it. So there's the vocal, I drag it into the hard drive, I dragged it into here, into audio, the audio folder of this. Then I just retitle it Vox 2 or whatever, drag it in, so now I have a channel 1 and channel 2 are the exact same vocal track. It's not doubling in any way, it's not an effect in any way, it's just giving me about 3 dB of gain that I don't get from just doing it with a single track, just by elevating the gain on the track. I just get more of a robust presentation. I found the doubling things to work really well with the Zoom. I do 4 microphones on the drums, as anybody who's watched the channel knows, and then I double those, so it's like 8 inputs, and it really, for whatever reason, just works for the machine. It just gives it a little more ass. All right, so then I went through and I couldn't find, I was like thinking of doing harmonies all through the chorus, but it's very powerful and has a lot of vocals already. So the only part I really did a high harmony on was the part, it's like, I'm your I'm your man. So I went high on the man. And then the low harmony, there's a high and a low harmony on that track. And on the low harmony, it's I'm your man. I'm your man. You know, underneath those two parts, the two, you know, two different phrasings of, or different notes of the two, because I add a 9, I think. Okay, so now, what was the other thing I did? So I've got the double, I've got the high low. So it's 3 vocals plus, you know, doubling the vocals. So that gives me 4 tracks. So these first 4 tracks have been assigned, you know, and you use your track button. So in here, let me look at the track button. I'll tell you what I have on this top row. Okay, top row, Vox 1, track 1, right down the center. Same thing with Vox 2. Vox double, and that's just the chorus doubled. I'm your. That's the same as, and the only reason I did that, I wasn't going to do it, is really, I don't think the song needs doubling, but it is the chorus. It's that moment where you want a little lift off, and the verse is so dry, you know, and the little add-on, you know, that's kind of like a spoken dry thing too. So the chorus can be a little more, you know, gassed with that double track, and the double track provides a little gloss, you know, and a little cutout, but I don't want it to be glossy to the point where it's like noticeable, you know. So I'm burying that double track. It'll be so like if the main track is at unity gain, it's at like 100, like you're trying to get everything you can get out of it, and that's like, say that's a 10, this will be down to like a 3, you know. So it's that insignificant. It's way down there. It's just to give you'll see. I'll play it back and show you how it adds a little something without us losing the feeling of just like one person singing, you know. I hate that sound of like that super double tracked sound. It's so familiar, you know. And when it's right, but it's probably overused, you know, in rock and roll and pop. Okay, and then finally, so we've got Vox 1 in track 1, Vox 2 in track 2, which is just a you know, a doubled vocal, not a true double, but just a copy. Then we have the actual double, which is only doubling the first line of the chorus. And then finally, Vox high-low, which is the man, and I'm your man. All right, so let's see what happens when we play it back. I'll kind of mix along here. And you know what I'll do? I'm going to pull my fader down, and I'm going to go from the mic effect. I don't need it right now because we're not singing. I'm going to go to effect, and I'm going to switch it to mastering. That'll make everything sound better. I'm going to go to edit screen. Okay, it says sense high 2. I'm going to move that to 5. Mid, I'm going to move back to 5. And low, I'm going to move back to 5. 202. I'll just put everything on 5 for now. This will be changed, obviously. I'm going to take the normalizer gain to 0. I don't need that, especially right now, but I just wouldn't use it. 202 I'll leave on the 3-band EQ for right now. Patch level 24 ZNR off. I can't stand any kind of noise reduction type stuff. Okay, so let's we'll focus on the vocal for a second. I'll just sort of point out what happens, you know, when it happens. All right, here we go. Here's just the beginning of the tune. Work our way up in the fader swing.
Everybody hurts so bad, honey. Everybody feels so. Everybody hurts so bad, honey. Everybody feels so. I'm your man.
Okay, right there. Let's pull everything out and hear that.
Everybody hurts so bad, honey. Everybody feels some.
That's the main vocal.
Everybody hurts so bad, honey. Everybody feels some, feels some, feels some. I'm your man.
Okay. Let me just show you how loud the double track could be. So we'll go back and I'll turn up the double track.
Everybody hurts so bad, honey. Everybody feels some, feels some, feels some. I'm your man. In the
Man. I think I can better. You know what? I'm going to better that one real quick. Man. Okay. Let me just check my tracks and make sure I know where I am. Okay, high-low track 4. I'm going to swap that with number 1. So I'm going to take 4 and swap it with 1, so I'm in the first input. Let me find the mic. Where's that mic? Oh, no, that's not the cable. Hold on, let me find the mic cable. There it is. Okay, now we'll take the speaker out of play. Okay. Let me go back to unity gain on the red dial, so we're at 100 again. We're back in mic. Let me go back to where the moment is. Man. Let me pull all this stuff down. I'm going to try to isolate the vocal, obviously. Man. Okay, here we go. And then obviously I'll have to transfer it back into Audacity to clean this up. Just a little moment. It'll just be the first one. Okay, let me just make sure. Man. Let me just check and make sure it's okay. Man. It's still messed up. Let me see what the old one was like. Man. Make sure I'm not hearing it now. Man. Okay, let me try it one more time. I wasn't hearing it as much when I took it off after I did it, and it was even worse. All right, here we go. Man. Let's see how that one worked out. Okay, that's good. All right, so let me take that off, and now we'll play it back so that you can hear it. Okay, so here we go.
feel some, feel some, feel some. I'm your man in the moment. I used words you'd understand. Everybody wants it bad, honey. Everybody wants some. Everybody wants it bad, honey. Everybody wants some, wants some, wants some. I'm your man. Man.
Is that okay?
Want some? I'm your man.
I think I can better that one too. Sorry. Put that right there.
Want some? I'm your man.
Make sure the other one could be okay. I don't want to sing over a good one. Let's see how that one worked out.
I'm your man. I'm your man.
Okay. Yeah. I think I fixed those. A couple of them just sounded a little tired. So now I will come out of the machine, go into the computer, and just fix those new. And I'll be able to tell in the file because they'll be the ones that are have new information where then I'll have to silence. You'll just be able to tell where I cut the mic on, you know, and then in the moments where I'm not actually singing, I'll silence that and then high pass the little mans. Okay, so I'm going to call it a successful vocal experience. So far, I don't hear anything else that I would add to it, but I might, because then I'm going to do the little guitar thing. But the really good news for me personally is that I have broken through on that tune, and now I have a chorus and I have the verse. I have the verse and the chorus, and so I'm hoping that in between the time that it takes to finish this up, I will get that third little breakthrough, that third little part of the tune that, you know, finishes it and makes it like worth recording and makes it really happen as a song. Just waiting for that last little part to fall in for me, because I'm really excited. I had the verse for the whole time I've been doing this. I had this killer, like almost at the same time as I wrote this song, I got the verse going on this other one, and I was like, which one will I start first? Well, this one got finished, that one got stuck, and I had a chorus, and I've been playing the chorus music and kind of trying to play a chorus, sing a chorus to it, but I had the wrong word. I kept trying this word, this phrase, that phrase. Finally, the right word dropped on me. It was like a single word, and I was like, oh, that's it. I'm done. I got the song now. So it's really important that the thought, the one word, that one single word can make the difference between the tune happening, you know. All right, well, thank you so much for watching all this. The song really went pretty smoothly for me. The vocals, I always struggle because, you know, it's hard to stay in pitch and get everything right and think of all the possible things that you could do in the arrangement to make the song work and not overdo it at the same time. And then also record it to where it doesn't sound like garbage. So thank you for going on that journey with me, and I hope that your journeys on your songs are you know, just as fruitful and you know, filled with learning and just positive, like, progression. That's the whole point. You know, you just keep doing it. It's time in the saddle. Just keep getting better and better and better and better, and the songs will come if you just keep doing it. I'm pretty certain of that. If you just keep writing, stay in it. You know, just stay in it, and it'll just keep flowing. All right. Thank you. Next time.